Currently shooting on Rottnest Island off the coast of Perth is Under the Lighthouse Dancing, the first Australian feature film to be fully funded from Asia, a remarkable achievement for the team of first-time director Graeme Rattigan and producer David Giles.
The film is loosely based on a true story about people who came here and got married. And from that, Graeme and I extrapolated into Under the Lighthouse Dancing. And this is where it really happened. And it seemed very important to us that we do it here. It's a very, very beautiful place too. All the crew are delighted to be here. Logistically, it is a nightmare, of course. Tens of thousands of dollars in just barge fees alone to get all the equipment over here. The island, I think we've doubled the number of vehicles on the island by bringing all the trucks and cars over. But it's, exquisite. So we couldn't really think of anywhere else to do it. Lots of people suggested we should move it to somewhere in the east and fake it, but it seemed very, very important to do it where the real events took place.
I think it's a wonderful contemporary piece that doesn't have a drum to beat, and that is extraordinarily affirmative about people, love, life, and why I believe that it's set in a place like this, because the sense of the emerald water and the golden sand and the bountiful and the beauty is the seventh character of the film.
And action! Whoa!
We'll take the luggage.
We found the most beautiful location on the island, just here, with the lighthouse in the background, sunset's perfect, and the wind was one of those things we said, oh, well, we'll just wing it. Well, we've had 40-knot winds and hailstorms. We're just very lucky that it's a structurally sound building, otherwise it would have taken off.
I mean, I suppose we should have kind of taken a bit of a lesson, the fact that every tree is under 3 feet high and leans at 45 degrees to the wind. Should have been a bit of a clue, but you know what filmmakers are like, saying, well, we'll have to live with it.
You just accept it as a fact that he's experienced something quite profound, because all of you have as well. And so you just take it for granted. You accept each one of you has experienced that. What I want to give is the idea of the power of love. It's about 3 couples who are all going through different stages of love. And that's what people seek all the time. And it's about the older couple who've been married for a long time, about having a renaissance. Jack's, his characters are getting married on that weekend, so it's the new marriage love. It's that new love when you decide that you'll actually make a commitment to each other. And then there's the third couple, the young couple, who are the new love. The exciting love, when we all look at it, we know it's going to happen. It's falling in love. We all get excited about it, because what it does is it brings back those memories you had.
We just, like, every night we come home, we cook dinner, we all live on the same street, and we run over and, borrow the forks from one place, borrow the cups from another, and we just end up cooking an amazing dinner. And it's work as well. It's not just like social fun. It's like every bit of it is work as well. We're just forming and solidifying really intense relationships that have to come across on the screen.
Hey! Steady on!
First and foremost, the film being a romantic comedy, I felt the Beach House had to be romantic. I think it had to be everybody's romantic idea of what a beach house should be. So it had to have soft lines and soft shapes and slight whimsical about it. And the other major thing was that I wanted to keep it as light and as airy as possible. So there's almost little or no solid walls in the whole place.
Is everything real in this
Well,
house?
everything is real except for the fireplace, which is polystyrene. Everything else is real.
So these are solid blocks of wood here?
Well, it's all timber poles, yes. I mean, it had to be... I mean, that's the practical side of filmmaking. There's 60 people wandering around this house at any one time, and there's heavy cameras and dollies and lights, and the lamps get clamped to beams, so everything else has to be solid and real.
It was very important to us to get a picture happening quickly. The dates were sort of dictated to us by school holidays. This island is phenomenally popular with the people in Perth, and you cannot get accommodation during school holidays, even a year in advance. So October the 16th was the end of school holidays, and we were going to bang into Christmas if we didn't go then, so that was it. Otherwise, it would be literally another year.
I think if you have deadlines, if you have clear intentions and you have a deadline, you actually get things done. And as we got further and further into this and got to the stage where it was about to happen, many people tried to persuade us to do it next year, March, because that is a natural phenomenon among human beings, that let's delay it. It'll be better if you delay it. We can all be ready then. But basically, David and I have always run from one station to the other with a suitcase half packed. You know, if you want to pack the whole case, you miss the train. So you're running down the street and bits and pieces are falling out of it, but it doesn't matter.
What an extraordinary energy. Now you think about that. That's the sort of energy, remember, that's the sort of energy that created the film industry or recreated the film industry here in the early 70s, late 60s and early 70s. You know what we're going to do? We're going to make a film. And it goes like this. Da, 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 da. What do you think? Oh, change that bit. Yeah, that's terrific. Right. Who do we get? We get him. We get her. We get that. We get that. Right. Where do we get the money? Oh, no problem. We got that investment in from Malaysia the last time on the play. Get them over here. Tell you, and it's just gone straight through, and it hasn't doubted itself as a creative entity.